What if I told you that losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time isn't just possible, but is actually quite simple? In the last 3 months, I have shredded fat around my waist and I've added 700 grams of lean muscle. And no, I didn't use any fancy supplements and I didn't use any extreme diets or spending hours and hours at the gym. Today, I'm breaking down the 3 habits that help me transform my body. And these aren't complicated biohacks or expensive programs. They are straightforward practices that anyone can start doing today. So if you have been spinning your wheels trying to shred fat while getting stronger at the same time, stay with me. This is the approach that I teach my clients, but that I also have used myself to get ready to go on stage for my first bikini fitness competition. The first thing that is the most underestimated thing, and I'm going to explain the science behind it so then you can fully understand why this is so important and why you need to start prioritizing this today. If you are serious about shredding fat, but you don't want to do any extra cardio, then you need a step goal. Having a step goal is so much more impactful than you think, and the reason behind it is quite simple. You have something that is called NEAT. So it's basically all of the things that you do in your everyday life. So like it's not training, it's not like exercising, but it's anything that you do across the day where you are moving your body, where you're actually utilizing energy without putting on any stress onto your body. So literally me just standing up talking to you right now, using my hands, pacing around while I'm filming, that is contributing to my NEAT. And your NEAT is actually responsible for more energy burnt across the day than you do in your training. So by increasing your NEAT, you can burn more fat on a daily basis without putting any stress onto your body and without making yourself hungrier. Because the biggest mistake that I see when women are trying to lose fat, they just add on more cardio onto the lifestyle. But what happens then is that you actually get hungrier because you're utilizing more energy and your body is feeling that. So it makes it harder for you to stick to your meal plan or to your macros and calories. By adding more steps onto your daily routine, you are gonna be able to stay adherent to your meal plan and you are going to lose fat without feeling exhausted and without feeling like you are making your life so much harder than it has to be. So the next time that you need motivation to hit your step goal, I want you to really think of NEAT. And I want you to really think of how can I make my life easy without overcomplicating it. So if you want to contribute to your NEAT, if you want to have your body to actually burn more fat without doing anything more, then just like walking around while you're talking to your friend on the phone instead of laying down in the bed or in the couch. Literally like vacuuming, like not procrastinating those tasks when you get home from work. Actually doing things in your everyday life is going to help your body burn more fat. So if you ever need motivation to, go for a walk or like do your steps, just think of NEAT and think of the fact that when you're moving around more in your everyday life and when you're following that step goal, you actually get to see so much results without having to do more cardio. The second thing that you need in order to shred fat while also gaining muscle is to base all of your meals around protein. And absolutely, you can have treats, you can have things, but if you are actually wanting to see results, if you're sitting here wondering and questioning, why am I not seeing the fat shred? Why am I not seeing more muscle mass? Then you need to start really prioritizing protein. So the way that I like to think is like when I think of breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, I always think protein first. So I think, what protein am I choosing? Do I want chicken? Do I want turkey? Do I want lean beef mince? Or do I want steak? Or what do I want to eat for protein? And then I just make a meal out of that. So I add more things like veg and carbs as well. And if you're someone who has tracked in the past and you have some sort of awareness of how much protein it is in each foods, then you can take a step back and actually just wing it a bit more. But if you haven't seen results in the past year, if you're actually serious about losing weight or shredding fat and you want to see more results, then tracking your protein and making sure all of your meals are containing protein is a great way to start. The third and final habit that you need to start prioritizing right now If you're training at the gym right now and you have been for years, but you're not seeing the results that you're wanting, it is actually quite simple. You are not actioning from a personalized plan. You are still winging everything. You still think that it's enough just pushing yourself a lot at the gym. Workouts from Instagram that you have saved, writing down your workouts in your notes app in your phone, trying to track your weights and your sets there. Just make up meals on the spot, having girl dinner every night, not having a plan and intent behind the meals. Trying to follow random workouts from TikTok, trying to follow meals just like adding from Instagram. Like, it's not going to give you what you want. What you actually need is something that is completely lined up to you. So what I do for my clients when they onboard with me, I ask them, what do you want to eat? And then we make that work for them, because there's no foods that you can't have when you're trying to shred fat. These past 3 months, I have been eating bread. I have been eating pasta. I have been eating things that you wouldn't consider to be fat loss foods. Yet I've seen so much difference on my waist, and I've added so much muscle onto my body. It's not magic. This is literally what your body responds to, because it's scientifically facts what you need in order to stimulate muscle growth, in order to lose fat. I was like literally spending years in the gym before starting following program. I still knew what I was doing. Like, I still had so much knowledge about, what kind of exercise you should be doing to grow your back. But I was still doing random workouts. I had no structure, and I still rocked up to the gym doing the workouts that I felt like doing on the day. But the truth is, if you're looking to get really freaking great results, you can't base your actions on your emotions. And the transformation that I was able to achieve when I stay consistent, when I had someone to keep me accountable, that was checking in with me every single week and ensuring that I was doing the work, that was really like the biggest thing into my process. Yes, I was following a plan, but like, you can have the perfect plan and not actually seeing any results because you're not staying consistent with the plan. When I was doing my first bikini fitness comp, my coach would ask me, do we need to make any changes, or do we just need to be more adherent to the plan? And sometimes the answer would just be, no, I actually need to be more adherent. Sometimes you have extra things that is not in your plan, and then you're wondering why you're not seeing certain results. But the truth is, you just need to actually stick to the plan. And that is all what's needed to actually see results. The hardest part, you are constantly trying to lose weight and you're wondering why you're not seeing those results. It's actually realizing, oh, hold on, I am the reason why I'm not seeing results. I am the reason to why I haven't gone further, because I keep breaking my own promises. I keep telling myself that I'm going to stick to these meals. I keep telling myself that I'm going to do these workouts. But at the end of the day, I'm half-assing the work. Like, you need to put in 100% to get 100% results. You can't go 50-50 every second week. Like, you have to stay consistent, creating the mindset of becoming the person that you want to be. Fitness is so much more than just training and nutrition. It's actually creating the identity. You think that you can't achieve something. You think that the results that other people are getting, they're available to them, but not for you. You're always gonna have those thoughts in your head, and the hardest part in the journey is actually convincing yourself that they don't apply to you. Like, literally seeing your own bullshit. And if you can't see your own bullshit, that's why you have a coach. That's why you have a coach to hold up a mirror and be like, oh, like, I actually am not keeping my own promises. I keep telling myself that I would do this, and then I'm not. The second you start to stay consistent with the plan, that's when you see your body's changing. And the best feeling that all the work that you put in, it's actually finally paying off. And that feeling is something deeper. It's not just creating, fat loss. It's actually telling yourself that you can put up goals for yourself and that you can achieve them. It's something deeper that really opens up and expands your mind to what's possible and what's available for you. When you actually do the things that you told yourself that you would do, you all of a sudden feel this hope. And when you get to that point, there is nothing you can't achieve. And the feeling of ticking a goal off and knowing that's like, that is done. What else? That is when like your life is just, it's just expanding, and you get to actually be the version of you that you just like dreamt of. You get to create your dream life because you have belief in yourself. Going on stage was something that I thought I was never ever capable of doing. I used to struggle so much with emotional eating, binge eating, overeating. Like I would always use food as a way of coping, but also just like, I just love food. I still do. Like it was just a very normal part of my life to always have a snack, to always eat something in front of Netflix. And I always thought that those habits were just my personality. It was just a part of me. So when the thought of competing was never ever present until I ticked off one goal, and that expanded my mind to like, what if I commit to do a competition? What if I commit to go on stage? And ticking that goal off, it just like changed my whole identity in so many different ways that I could never have imagined. So no goal is too big. I want you to dream big. But I also want you to really understand it's normal to have self-doubt. It's normal to feel that nervousness of like, I don't know if I can do this. And that's the part of the process. That's the whole point. But the importance is in just keep action in it. Keep action in your goal despite being so scared that you won't achieve it. And when you have a personalized plan that is completely built up for you, it's not a question whether you will get results or not. It's just a question of time, effort, putting in the action and seeing the outcome. You actually get to trust the process, do the work, and see the results for yourself when you're actioning out of a plan. So what I want you to do now, I want you to set your step goal. I want you to base all of your meals off protein. I want you to go into the gym with intent, putting intensity. I want you to focus on performing and treat yourself like an athlete, because you are. And the second you shift your mindset into, I can do this as long as I keep actioning the things that I have on my list, that's when you start to see results. I hope that this video really brought you value, but also brought you so much hope into believing that it is possible for you. Because I have been you, and I know what it feels like sitting there and seeing everyone else having results and feeling like you're the only one, feeling like you are the only one who is still not, seeing your fat shred, you're still not seeing the muscle mass, and you start to believe that it's not possible for you. So I hope that this video really brought you that hope into like what is actually possible for you. And if you really like this video, then make sure that you're following along. Subscribe if you're not subscribing already. My mission in this life is to help women to step into the higher version of themselves by letting go of self-sabotage, by becoming the strongest version of themselves. And I would hate for you to miss out on any videos that can help you in your journey, so you don't have to feel like you're the only one who hasn't achieved your dream body yet. You can achieve your dream body right now, but all you need to do is start believing and start actioning from a personalized plan. All right? I'll see you in the next video, and I can't wait to see what we are embarking in the next one. Bye.